Hope all is well. It has been a long 2 weeks, and Chris and I are finally back from Kampala, Uganda. Chris will be joining us momentarily. He'll be on this way, but I hope everyone is doing well. It has been a while. Here he is. Here he is. Gonna bring him up. Boom. Maestro, what's up, Brody? How are you?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. But yeah, let's kick it off. Man, there's a lot to unpack, guys. Sorry for the lack of energy. Still regaining energy from that adventure that Chris and I went on. But yeah, um, short, sweet introduction for those who are new to the community. My name is Vandell. You can simply call me Van. Um, have a background in computer science, and yeah, we recently went out to Kampala, Uganda, with our partner Soonpay, who you all have known and loved for a while now. Our very first live, I believe, was with Richard Kimji. Richard Kimsey. No, I'm sorry. I think we had our first live stream with Marlon. No, I forgot the order. It's either with Marlon and Mason, and then it was with Richard Kimji, or vice versa. But regardless, with our partners, Soonpay, the remittance app, partnered with them. So we officially did our launch at Makerere University, the top university in Uganda. The facility is huge. Pictures definitely don't do it justice, but yeah, it was an amazing launch. We are in deep conversation with the students right now, and I'm just excited to onboard everyone. Chris and I have some awesome news for updates and everything, but I'll go ahead and let Chris take it away.
Yeah, hey, what's up, everybody? Christopher Powell, if you don't know, CTO of Liquid Agent. And like Van mentioned, we had a great time over in Uganda. We helped out with SoonPay and their launch and the launch of SoonPay blockchain. We were able to go on stage and talk to over 800 or so students about the importance of blockchain technology and how it can relate to not just the financial layer, financial things, but also different sectors like agriculture and other fields that most people tend to not think about. We ended up being on that stage for at least one. It felt like more than 1 hour, actually, probably like 2 hours. But um, ultimately, things were signed. We actually ended up getting the deal with um, the university, and I'm super excited. I too am still trying to gain all my energy back, but just being over there, much more motivated, super excited to what's to come with what we're doing, as well as with Liquid in general. Soon Pay in itself is going to have an integration with Liquid Agent so that individuals will not only be able to send money like they do with Cash App across Uganda, but they'll also be able to have an opportunity to purchase Liquid or use Liquid lending to save USDC. So um, the biggest thing is I know that market conditions, things like that. It's unfortunate that things have happened, but it 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 takes time, of course, to build, which is very important. You have to consider that everything wasn't just built in a day or even in a month. Sometimes these things take years. Um, I'm not saying that it's going to take years, but we just don't know. Anything can happen. But I do know at the end of the day, like Van and I have been constantly um, making moves and strides to, push forward with our goals of Liquid and Liquid Agent as a really easy and seamless platform to use. So with that being said, one of the first updates that I would definitely talk and discuss about with Liquid Agent is, Van and I, we've worked countless hours to um, basically optimize the site and make some few changes with the site. Um, Before you had liquidagent.ai, and then you had app.liquidagent.ai. And then you had, I believe, docs.liquidagent.ai. So it was just like three different websites that, work towards Liquid Agent. But I told Van it would be probably easiest for people to just go to one place. So we decided to converge everything just to liquidagent.ai. So as of today, there is no more app.liquidagent.ai. I repeat, there is no more app.liquidagent.ai. You simply just go to liquidagent.ai. That makes things much easier. All the docs are in there. Everything is, just like how it was before. Uh, but you could simply go in there and then you'll, be able to do what you have originally been doing. Um, let's see. I'm not sure what.
You're gonna share your screen to show people.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, we can do a quick demo.
Yeah. All right. So first,
But yes, Chris gets that up again. Just being out and compiling, just thinking, and just making things easier for people. Just making it super seamless and super easy. So here is the new site. So again, it's just one unified website to go to. Simply just liquidagent.ai. No more docs, no more apps, no more nothing. So go ahead and take it away, Chris.
yep. So save, earn, and send. That's basically been our mission with Liquid Agent, just making things as simple and easy as possible for individuals that are not too privy with, blockchain and whatnot. No pun intended. But the first thing is on the desktop, you're actually able to click on the Liquid Agent. It shows the direct price. So if I click on it, then of course I can actually be able to see everything. One thing I do need to take a look at after the stream is the Liquid Agent, but that's okay. I made it to where, let me actually log out first and foremost. So I made it to where if a person wanted to, they could simply connect their wallet. They could actually connect to the platform. Actually, like they could connect to just do a quick swap, or they could connect, make a swap. So I'll just do that. So if I want to, now I'm inside of the actual swap panel and I don't have to connect to the platform. I could just simply make a swap. So anyone that just wants to come in and trade, they have Ethereum, they want to quickly get into trading into Liquid, they can. And then from there, you have of course, the light and dark mode. So, and then let me turn the sound off. If I want to, I can, then connect to the platform directly. So now I'm actually connected to the platform. And then I'll go back to light mode. From there, I can click on the dashboard. So now I have access to my account. I can view assets, of course, for the agent-based wallet, as well as my regular wallet that I'm connected to. You have the liquid lending, which everything is all in one house on the dashboard. Liquid validator network, so you can stake your liquid and earn USDC. And then you have your liquid sending, which would automate payments. The cool thing too is on the home page, if you want to, you could click save and it opens liquid lending. You could click earn, which of course earn liquid validator network just to quick access. And then of course sending will open the liquid sending. So you have different ways. I believe also, yeah. So if you click on the liquid logo, then it also opens up the panel for you to swap into liquid with your ETH. So you could do that as well. The cool thing is the insights page works the same way. So if I want to, I can open up both panels. I can close both panels. The contacts, I could also, I could click on the contacts and close and open them at any time I want to. So multi-panels. Um, Documentation, same thing. If I want to, I can open a documentation, and it goes through each of the different things. So of course you have the send and token, and then of course you have the roadmap. And then from the roadmap, um, of course, obviously you could go to any single one. Dark mode, light mode looks pretty good. When you open up anything on the right side, it will automatically close the panel that you had on the right side. If I go to settings, of course, I can go to settings. And then if I need to go to dashboard, it opens me back up to the dashboard. So on that, on desktop, very seamless, very simple, very straightforward. Um, everything that we've done before with Liquid Agent, but it's much more streamlined in my opinion.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. So that is the new and improved Liquid Agent, guys. Again, it's a very simple, uniform AI UI UX where you simply just go to the main website, Liquid Agent AI, and everything is there that you need: documentation, analytics, send, earned, and save, which is amazing. So those are some just development updates for you guys. Just letting you know we are still in the development stage for Liquid Agent. For those who didn't see it, there was like a little sneak peek in the docs for the roadmap. So please take a look. But we will definitely announce this on all social media platforms. That again, there's only one website you need to go to now. Everything is one single place, making it super friendly. And again, if you guys have any feedback, please let us know. Now to go over to Uganda. So met a lot of bright people in blockchain. Chris and I met government officials. We met the top top head people of the university. And one thing that they all asked was, what was our, what do we think before coming here? What was our expectations? And at least for me, I can talk about my perspective. I just told them honestly, I wasn't really expecting anything. I didn't know what to expect. You know, you always hear things on the internet, you always read things, you always see things in the news, but it's like what I tell my kids. How do you say you don't like this food I'm about to give you, but you've never tried it. So how do you know you don't like it? That to say is you have to physically be there to actually know if this is something that you as an individual would like. Just because someone else is marketing or posting something either on the news, social media, text, etc., that's their point of view. But it's all about perspective versus perception. So going there, I didn't have any expectations, but I would say this. One, again, learn something new. Uganda is called the Pearl of Africa. And basically, what that means is the weather is amazing. According to all the locals, Uganda specifically has the best weather in all of Africa. When we went there in at least Fahrenheit, it was like mid high 70s, low 80s all year round, 365. So, one, the weather was amazing. Two, the people, the locals, everyone is so nice. Everyone was just very genuine, super nice. Everywhere we went, we would say hello. We'll talk to people. Some of them couldn't really understand our accents, our American accent or westernized accent, but that's okay. We will still be able to communicate. And I would say the food. The food was amazing, very affordable compared to United States, very organic, very healthy. And even when we went to the grocery store, they had a section for processed foods. We don't have that in the States. But when we first went to the university, it was amazing. We went somewhere called the Unipod, which is the university's innovation center, where you have students who are creating businesses. We saw all types of beautiful, wonderful businesses in agriculture, EV. We had someone doing like a student led, trying to get all the young people in Africa to be able to get the education needed to, get a job. or being an entrepreneur, all walks of life. But when going there and being on stage, it was very surreal at the beginning. And even before we came, having Zoom calls, catching up for months now, talking with the students, talking with the head people at the university, there were so many questions. And after Chris and I, as he alluded to, we were on stage for a while, just asking questions. And even while we were there, we were still building, like always. After everything was said and done, we had students coming up to us saying, "Thank you for this information. I get it now. I understand now." And a lot of the students thought they had to be someone tech savvy or in computer science, and we told them that's not the case. The technology itself, we understand people hear about cryptocurrencies and tokens. That's just the financial side of the technology called blockchain. But we wanted to educate them and saying, hey, you don't need to invest or buy a token. We don't want you, Africa, and I had a map up before. I'll bring it up while we're talking. We don't want you guys just to be consumers. We want all of you guys to be producers. So, Chris and I, we first came up with this map when we were actually out in New Orleans at the UNAA convention that you guys remember, where it was the Ugandan convention at the tech thing. And after doing the research, we were like, oh my God, and Chris is really good with the numbers. I still didn't memorize it, but it's about like 4.6 billion total. 2 points, and please correct me if I'm incorrect, Chris. 2.6 billion is the United States, and then what is 1.7, 1.8 is the rest of the world. So you got about, give or take, of course, depending on the time of day, anywhere from 50, 55, 60-ish% in the United States, 20, 25, 30% in Europe, and about like 10, 15-ish% in Asia, and then less than 1% in Africa. So you got the States as generating about $2.6 billion in extra revenue via validators, the infrastructure, the producers, an additional 1.7% or 1.7 billion around the world. Africa is only generating 14 million. And again, it's like we cannot let Africa be left behind again. So, Chris and I, with Liquid Agent, partner with Soonpay, and our company, Party Pie Labs, this is definitely going to be a journey and a mission, but we are here to educate, onboard, and let people know what is Soonpay, what is Liquid Agent, and what's the possibilities of you not only educating yourself about the technology which is needed, but not just being a consumer, buying tokens, holding it, investing it, which again, there's nothing wrong with that. But looking at the facts, by 2050, more than 50% of the youth is going to be coming from Africa. We don't want Africa to be a consumption continent. We wanted them to be producers. We would like to see a lot of these dots that are outside of Africa to be inside. And the dots that you see on the left side, that's actually not even on the continent, on Africa. That's actually a military base, a boat. And as you can see, everything is just in South Africa and some in Madagascar. So that needs to be changed. And so with that, while we were there from a few months till now, we have a course, Soonpay Blockchain, powered by us, where the students will be able to take the course, learn, and build. For those who haven't seen on social media now, we're actually going to be having our first hackathon for the students. And Chris can talk more about this, but essentially the hackathon itself is going to be around Liquid. What is Liquid? Building around the Liquid token, and then basically showing them, hey, this is what we can do. And we already have students reaching out. They're interested in AI. They're interested in all these different things, and it's very, very exciting. So I would say towards the end of Q4, early Q1 of 2026, you're definitely going to see more activity. They're very hungry, just like us. We're going to be hiring people to do the marketing for us, more development, and it's just going to be amazing. And I'm super excited to see what all the students build, and just to grow, not just Liquid, but just to see what they're going to be doing to change what's out in Uganda. Because one thing I told them, with blockchain technology, I would say the most important thing is tokenizing your company and making it global. So whatever you are in the world, whether you're in the United States, Europe, Asia, etc., or in Africa, since we were in Uganda, specifically talking about Uganda, your business doesn't need to be peer to peer to Ugandans. Being on the blockchain, it now opens it up, access to the whole world. And then, with smart contracts, building out different mechanisms to monetize it, it's just a beautiful and wonderful thing. And we're just super excited for the future. In terms of the roadmap itself, as you can see, it is going to be updated on the site. We'll update you that. But right now, Krishna are hyper focused on scaling, right? Scaling the business. We did the changes with Liquid Agent on the site, which is amazing. But again, getting more marketing going, getting more developers, and just more communication for you guys. I know when we were out, it was been a little quiet, but we still tried our best to communicate with you guys. And it was the best, but we didn't want to make excuses. We still talked and communicated with you guys. So that's super exciting. But did you want to talk more about the hackathon, Chris?
Yeah. So, one of the things that I like to, think about and just talk about is, one of the things that we have to think about when it comes to blockchain technology is decentralization. We talk about decentralization all the time, right? And, we talk about it in means of the actual blockchain aspect of it all. But when you're launching a token, when you have a token, the token is a symbiotic relationship between a blockchain and a token. So for me, I see it as well. Why can't other communities and other people build on the same token? I've seen it on countless times with liquid staking tokens, for example, where people come in and they want to leverage the liquid staking token to do restaking or do anything else with other utilities behind it. Um, and so then it led me to the idea of, well, if we're in Uganda and we have students that are very hungry and they are very knowledgeable in Web3, well, why don't we have them actually, why don't we start a hackathon? Why don't we actually start that ourselves? Because in the almost 3 years that Van and I have, created not just Liquid Agent, but our company Project Pi Labs, we've taught at universities. We've hired interns, and we always have talked about hackathons, but we've never done one. And so I feel like this is a perfect time to actually do so. And so, of course, obviously ran the idea over to Van, and we decided to run this hackathon with some of the students that we've actually partnered with. Um, Basically, the MTS, or the Mark Carrere. I can never remember. You remember what MTS stands for, Van?
Yeah, so MTS is the Makerere Technology Society.
Okay, so the Makerere Technology Society and I are and essentially soon pay blockchain and Project Pi. We decided that we're going to have our first hackathon where it's a free for all. Anyone can bring their software skills into full effect, and there's going to be cash prizes. But one of the rules about it is um, you have to build with the liquid token, simply because, well, we want to see, of course, communities grow, and we want to see, obviously, see our community grow. But we also want to simply, push that ethos of, again, it is about full decentralization, and not just when it comes to blockchain, but the tokens itself. So I'm on the LinkedIn right now, and I'm just going to read it for anyone that hasn't seen it yet. Soon Pay Blockchain X MTS Hackathon, the first official Soon Pay Blockchain X my career Technology Society Hackathon is here. This is your chance to build real blockchain products using the Liquid token and Soon Pay ecosystem, guided by expert mentors from Project Pi Labs. Bring your ideas to life, whether it's tools, apps, dashboards, DeFi concepts. bots, or any blockchain solution you can imagine. Why Liquid? Liquid powers real products across payments and remittance within the SoonPay and Project Pi Labs ecosystem. Building with it gives you hands on experience in wallet integrations, smart contracts, tokenomics, and EVM development. Top teams can win cash prizes and opportunities to build further with SoonPay and Project Pi Labs. The key date submission deadline is the 18th of December, and the hackathon will start December 20th of this year. So anyone can apply, and we're pushing that, as well as something else that we're going to push. We've already discussed it with MTS, but we're going to do more for that. And again, we're in discussion with a few individuals that actually came from the university that they want to market for us, which is awesome. And overall, I'm super excited when it comes to what's bound to happen. Finishing strong for this year and going into 2026. Um, let's see. I kind of want to read some of obviously the Telegram questions.
Yeah,
Uh,
let's do it.
yeah, really cool to see you guys continue to cook, but I hope it all translates into benefits for the Liquid token. Also, I think someone mentioned a while back, would be cool to see Liquid app have more features like a jack of all app. Yeah, I mean, I'll answer that one first. So that's essentially what we're going to be going for in the roadmap. One of the things that we originally, actually, let me step back. So when I first decided to build out the beta, we were trying to figure out key features that would not be too overbearing and for everyone to use. It'd be for everyone to be able to figure out how to use with ease. But I do see the Liquid agent application evolving into a jack of all trades type of application. Um, but I do want it to still be, that main focus of send. Let me go back to it. Save, earn, send. I keep saying send, earn, and save, but you get the gist. Just being able to allow people to, save. Um, save using their stable coins, earn using Liquid to stake it, and then earning stable coins, and then being able to send by scheduling their sending, in which people can do today and people have done already. So I see it evolving more into what you mentioned as far as being a jack of all trades. Now, when it comes to um, the Liquid token, again, some of the benefits are kind of already there, but it's just obviously just getting it to scale. For example, the Liquid Validator Network, where people can earn USDC by simply staking Liquid, that's already in effect. I mean, we're in cycle 14, and people are actually able to do so. I see that evolving as well, but I think one of the major features that I can't wait to work on, and it's in the basically in the docs for the roadmap, is some new utilities for Liquid. I think that one of the things that have to come into play is how can we make Liquid not only still be a valuable asset on Ethereum, but also something that is like, well, I wouldn't want to actually trade it. I would kind of want to hold it, but still being able to have it to be more of a high volume based asset. I always think about that as well. But in due time, I want to focus on making sure that we, of course, get more users and get more marketing involved, get more eyes on what we're doing, simply because at the end of the day, that's what truly matters. And also getting more of the community involved, because community is everything. And we don't want it to just be, that's the thing, it has to be a sweet spot between the community members that are actually talking and discussing merely about the token, and community members that actually can develop and build, and actually build around the asset besides besides Project or Liquid Agent, uh, technically Project Pi Labs, one of the things that kind of keep in mind is the how we test. You don't want it to be, even though I know Liquid is not a security, you don't want it to seem like it's one entity building on a asset. You do want to have a community of individuals that are actually able to build around the token. That's how you grow, and I truly believe that's how you grow an asset. But we're making that happen. This trip to Uganda and seeing developers and seeing the students being hungry and wanting to create ecosystems was very valuable to us. And of course, we don't take that lightly. And it's something that we definitely going to, strategically plan around. Let's see. Um, Van mentioned major marketing is coming. Is it Web3 marketing or is it just Web2 marketing? Because the soon pay banners didn't even have Liquid Agent on it. When can we expect this? Now, that actually isn't true. The banners did have the Liquid logo on it. Keep in mind, we still have to be strategic because one of the things about SoonPay is we pushed out the SoonPay blockchain section of it all. And this is strategic. Reason being is, SoonPay as a whole deals with remittance similar to Cash App, and that is soon to come. But in the meantime, while that's still being finalized and worked on, um, we want to make sure that people over there are acquainted with blockchain. I'm not sure if you saw the map where it's literally not really that many nodes in Africa. And just that means, like how I see it is, if it's not that many nodes in Africa, that means there are not that many individuals over there that are really privy to Web3. And so that was one of the reasons why we strategically pushed, SoonPay blockchain and the courses, because we know that with the students being active as they are, that's going to reach more eyes and more engagement because of how new the tech is, but also the like when we were over there, we saw how many students and how many people that were super enlightened and excited to have this new tech over there in Uganda. And so, with that being said, this, in my opinion, is how you actually are able to grow with full adoption, because now you have a whole ecosystem of individuals that can grow by learning the technology and understanding how it works. Plus, you have developers over there that are growing their ecosystem and teaching and developing around that ecosystem as well. And so that's why we say, yeah, it is going to take some time. Now, as far as the marketing piece, it will be a mix of both. We're talking to a few people that um, they are privy to both Web 2 and Web 3 marketing. And so it will have a sprinkle of both, because yes, we get it. It's very important to have that. And knowing that now we have this quote unquote Web 2 element, I still argue it's Web 3. I mean, anything related to teaching blockchain, crypto, anything, teaching is still Web 3. But for this, I'll mention Web 2, whatnot. It'll have a sprinkle of both, just because SoonPay is a Web 2, natively Web 2 based company that will have Web 3 elements inside of it. One of the banners actually did have the Liquid logo actually on the app. It was just kind of hard to see on the stage. But other than that, again, takes time. Also,
Yeah. Well, yeah. And just to follow up, I'm not sure we asked that question on Telegram. Let me see. Oh yeah, Binance. Yeah, as well as again, just being communicative. Had a call yesterday with someone really deep in marketing. They're going to be help pushing the marketing and the branding and the call to action on SoonPay, and talking about the blockchain related stuff. So again, currently we went to Uganda. Like Chris said, it's a mixture. That was more since on this remittance soon base side. A lot of the marketing you did see were articles, news, all that stuff. So I know some people started posting it in the Telegram, but you could see it on multiple different articles, TV news, radio, podcasts, etc., as well as that. The Web3 marketing is coming, as Chris said. You know, when you are building an actual product, things take time. But again, we are on track for our roadmap and super excited for things. Just think each and every one of you guys being a part of the journey and being patient with us. It's going to be a fun ride and excited to keep building. Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
Okay, so yeah, also last question. In your honest opinions, when do you think the flywheel will go in effect? That, that's a good question. Maybe Van could take that one, but I mean, in my opinion, honestly, I think that is actually starting. Again, being strategic about these things. We're actually kicking off the first liquid-based hackathon, which should get more students involved and get more students not only privy to Web3 and development, but also being able to use and leverage the actual liquid token. Again, the next thing after that is we're going to do something where we want to push a community, and not just a community of individuals that are focused on the liquid token, as far as talking mere speculation, but actually building around it. And so with that being said, Van and we don't want to spoil it just yet, but we're going to do something that I think long term it's going to definitely help not just the community, but also for liquid and the actual token supply. um, but the next question, or not question, the next comment, I hope someone will make a liquid prediction market. Those are very hot at the moment. It's funny you say that because, yeah, I've been doing my research and I've been peeping that. I've been noticing that a liquid prediction market would be pretty cool. Actually, funny enough, I had that idea actually in the beta, but I didn't want to try to go for something like that just yet because before in the beta, we didn't have what's it called, the Fusaka update. And I've noticed now that the gas fees for Ethereum is rivaling layer twos like Base and Polygon, which that's pretty awesome, I'll say, for Ethereum. So I'm very happy about that. Someone coming from 2017 and being in the 2021 bull run with mostly Ethereum based assets. Like, this is a massive upgrade, and I'm super excited about that. But as far as building a liquid prediction market, that actually could be done. What's actually crazy, Van? I just thought about that. Technically, we kind of did build that already because we had we did remember when we did the liquid ETH, where you could basically do trading, like you could trade Ethereum to liquid or liquid to Ethereum, like in well, it was what do you call it? Not spot. I guess limit orders technically, but as as far as the uh, as far as the actual prediction market, yeah, I think that definitely can be done. I think that'd be really fun. In that sense, you would have to, of course, have some VRF. So maybe using like a chain link or something custom, which kind of don't want to give too much away when it comes to the custom things. It definitely also is on, what I'm doing now is on a different chain, but other than that, it could be done. And even if we don't do it, I think it'd be cool for someone else to do it. I think, again, I'm a strong advocate for decentralization. And with that, if anyone wanted to do something like that, that'd be pretty dope. Let me go to the next thing. This space is awesome. Chris is answering any questions asked and giving us spoilers on what's next. Give us more spoilers on this liquid gold, please. Okay. Um, liquid gold. So I've always had this idea of giving back. And one of the things that I wanted to do, because, I know that people have talked about the tax, as far as Liquid having of course, the 5/5 or whatnot tax. I was thinking, I talked to Van about this as far as like, what can we do in a very strategic manner to give back to people that actually want to promote the growth of the Liquid token itself. And so just, I don't want to give too much away, but just kind of think about the tax and how that could be implemented back towards Liquid and the users, put it that way. Um, all right, so with that, give more Liquid. New site is awesome. Wow, everything. Everyone should take a look. Thank you. The hardest part, which funny enough, I was trying to prepare before this meeting, was making it as mobile friendly as possible. Trying to make it a panel for desktop, and then making it mobile friendly for mobile phones and iPads. I probably still have to work on it because I'm sure there's probably going to be a bug someone's probably going to spot. But for the most part, I try my best as possible to, make sure that the UI UX was as good as possible for this update. This update again has been, worked on for about uh, 3 or 4 weeks. I feel like if we didn't go to Uganda, it probably would have been done in 2 weeks. But we, of course, I won't say limited internet. Internet was good, but we were just too busy. Every day we were out at the university or somewhere, so I really couldn't get my hands on my computer to do anything. But as soon as I got home, finalized some things, made sure things were cleaned up, and wanted to prepare for you all before the stream. Let's see. So yeah, you have anything to add on, Van?
Yeah, man, you're on a roll. I was actually just about to switch the frame just to you. Yeah, I mean, you said everything. Just from my perspective on everything, yeah, like I said, guys, we're still here. We're still cooking. In terms of the flywheel, you think of it like an engine. You have multiple different parts. You have the alternator, you have the starter, you have the AC condenser. So there's multiple flywheels in action. The flywheel has started. It's going. Even when Chris, it was so funny when Chris and I were in Uganda, and his premonitions are always on point. He's like, "Van, I think this is going to be a lot bigger than we thought." And again, coming with no expectations, I didn't know what to think. And even now, like my phone is blowing up on WhatsApp, questions and DMs, like they are ready to go. So we're super excited. But yeah, it's multiple flywheels. The flywheel has started, but again, actions speak louder than words. You don't really need to listen to what we're saying. Just see everything happen and unfold in a beautiful way. Let me see. Yeah, the site's fire, guys. Just before we went on stream, we were trying to make sure that all the DNS routing and everything was good to go, so that'll be finalized. But yeah, but again, we're always trying to innovate. Liquid Agent as itself, one of the community members actually made that graphic of the send, earn, what was it? Send, earn, and save, and then that little
Save,
money.
earn, and
So
send.
he's like, you know what? Cool, let's implement it. So again, it's everything is community driven, guys. We wholeheartedly believe in decentralization. We are here to build together, and then with what we're going to be going. And again, guys, we got to remember with the Web 2 side, and then Uganda. That's just number one. We're going to be going all over global. And again, how I see the flower working is going into places that don't have the necessary tools or access. Is one, we provide that with SoonPay and our company with the access through either remittance, the education, the tools, bringing laptops, getting the education, and then even going there, like government officials, literally like, hey, we want to learn too. The professors, we want to learn too, and like people are ready to start learning. And again, it's all about spreading how you're spreading the message. And the message we're sending is don't be just a consumer, be a producer. You need to be a producer, produce things, be a builder, validation. And then on top of that, it's just we're just super excited. Again, there's a lot happening, guys. The alpha brief we're going to have is going to be covering everything that we talked about. But again, we're definitely going to be bringing in more people over, and you're going to see a lot of stuff happening here fairly soon. Q4 is still here. I would say everything that was on the roadmap has been completed, minus the, I guess, remittance side. That's going to be coming out soon. But other than that, and I know people are going to be asking, what about number nine? It could be liquid gold. Who don't know? There's that. That's a surprise. But from when we started Liquid Age until now, we are 90% on that roadmap, and everything we said we're going to do, we have done. Chris and I are all about action, execution. Even in Uganda, when something happened, we are talking to the land of registry there. They were talking about blockchain related stuff, and the second again, these are high level people, guys, in our hotel. Second that we left, Chris started cooking. So we're always building MVPs and prototypes to show people that not only is it possible, but it can be done. And then again, all that coupled with what we're building, it's going to be amazing. So just super excited about everything, what's going to be happening for the future of just blockchain as a whole, Liquid Agent as a whole, Project Pi Labs, the company as a whole. And again, I just want to thank each and every single person in our community, or even outside the community, looking to see what we're doing, supporting us, and yeah.
Let me go back into the comments. So liquid will always be your main priority, right? I think some holders were concerned about SoonPay taking away focus from liquid. We
No,
have
I mean it's a symbiotic relationship.
to,
Again, when people are talking about SoonPay, they're talking about us as well. Here, let me go ahead and talk. Let me bring up the actual like artwork or banner itself. Like it was kind of hard to see, but Liquid is there, and if you go to any of the actual articles itself on there talking about SoonPay and blockchain, and our users have already found it on the X. They're posting it in the chat, or not X, on Telegram. They're posting in the chat. There we are, right there. So by proxy, um, that's that. But no, we have not lost focus. But go ahead, Chris. Let me find the artwork for them.
Yeah, I was basically gonna say what you said. I mean, it is a symbiotic relationship. Every time we talk to the CEO of SoonPay, one he brings up he brought up Liquid today when I was on the phone with him. So you know, we are, of course, we're building Liquid Agent, and of course, we're focusing on Liquid. Um, again, this is Liquid and Liquid Agent are part of the entire umbrella when it comes to Project Pi Labs. And so our focus has always been, making sure that, of course, we're building with full intention between, the products that we do build. And for Liquid and Liquid Agent, we always keep that in mind. SoonPay is, of course, its own entity, but at the end of the day, like SoonPay, the remit part would have liquid inside of it. Not just liquid, but liquid lending as well. We want to add in specific use cases that are inside, that's already integrated inside of Liquid Agent to be inside of SoonPay. So we always have that in the discussion. Liquid, but it kind of stepping back, again, it comes into the realization of just thinking about how before you get individuals to understand how to do something, you still do have to get them to understand like how specific things work. So what I mean is, like, giving an analogy, I can't teach you how to drive if you don't know how to drive. Like it's like I would have you read at least something, like read some documentation, rules of the road first, and then being able to get you into, the steering wheel. We have to, with what we're doing with the SoonPay blockchain and everything that we got going on. We have to be able to assist with teaching individuals about the importance of the technology, and then also being a producer, not really a consumer. And so that's why we, of course, push the importance of not just purchasing an asset, but also building around it. So that's another reason, again, just kind of land. It's like, again, it is the flywheel effect. It's like we're teaching individuals about the importance of blockchain so they can understand. And then at the same time, we also are having hackathons for already seasoned developers that are hungry, looking to work, looking to internship. Yeah, man, I wish. Like, put it this way, the messages and the things that we're receiving already so far after coming back is actually pretty insane. And we have a lot of hungry devs that want to that have built on EVM, that either want to intern for us, they want to build alongside with us, they want to join this hackathon, or they want to market, and all of the above. So like I said, Van and I are super excited to see how all this is going to play out, because the work has been done. I mean, literally now it's just staying on the mission, staying on the task of building Liquid Agent to its full potential, while others, if they want to build around the token or build around Liquid Agent, they can. I even had this idea of making the old Liquid Agent application open source. So someone, if they want to, they can build around it. It's a new to Van. Maybe he might be open to it. But
Yeah, let me hear. While we go, I'm just going to share my screen. Let me know. Can you guys see it? So just to show you guys, when you look at the banner, like when you see like social media, right? So let's just say you do Macarari, soon pay, right? And you go to any article. Let's do this one, right? Just to show you guys. Let's see. This is that one. It's Chris.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, here we go. Here's a good one. Right here. So this is the banner itself. I know you kind of can't see it, but this is what you saw. So if you actually go here, what you saw is, sorry guys, right here. So it's just like Cash App, when you click the crypto button, that's going to be Liquid Agent. When you see the wallet, that's going to be Liquid Agent. So again, it's there. SoonPay is its own entity. It's their remittance, and we're partnered with them. So again, to allude to you guys know, we're not ditching soon. We're not ditching Liquid Agent. Liquid Agent is a symbiotic partnership. Like Chris said, the CEO literally talks about Liquid all the time, because again, that's our company. That's what we are. That's our product. That's legitimately going to be on Liquid. So as an example, and I'll let you go, Chris. Sorry. Like if I were to go to, this is actually a perfect example. If you go to Venmo, right? Venmo is basically owned by PayPal, right? When you click the crypto button, that crypto button is going to have the Liquid logo, and then you see these different things. What is their native stablecoin? PayPal USD. Why? Because it's a PayPal. It's owned by PayPal. It's going to be the same thing. We're going to have a nice mobile app, like someone talked about, like the Jack of all trade app, mobile app, doing Liquid lending, doing Liquid validating, buying Liquid directly, and then again on the roadmap doing the stablecoin stuff. So again, no, we're 100% committed to Liquid Agent, which is again part of the hackathon and part of the flywheel.
I mean, Van and I, we're very similar. Like, I don't express it much externally, but internally, I'm very competitive. So I'm stubborn too. So I'm not like, why would I quit now? Like, why would we? Think about it. Like, why would we quit now when we actually just signed an MOU with the first African university in the whole continent of Africa when it comes to
blockchain? And
yeah.
If we're going to be the ones educating blockchain, what do you think we're going to be talking about?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about validators. We're going to talk about being producers. We're going to talk about Liquid Agent and SoonPay, utilizing SoonPay. So the students are going to download SoonPay, use the SoonPay app to pay for stuff, send money back home. That'll do the partnership with the NSSF. Prudential, again, I know we're kind of wishy-washy about talking about that kind of stuff, because again, we don't want to talk about things that haven't been solidified or solidified now. You see it on there, part of the NSSF, then that's Social Security Fund. We're Prudential, a bunch of different partners coming together to make that super app that we're talking to, and we're going to be integrated directly into it, which is phenomenal. Again, SoonPay wasn't just built yesterday. They've been building this out and building the relationships, building out the infrastructure, building out the marketing for the past 5 to 6 years. And now it's just time for the flywheel to take effect.
Yeah. So, feel free to, ask more questions. We got about 6 more minutes that we'll stay on, but
Matilius, hi Van, hello. What's up, Matilius? How you doing? On YouTube, Next Gen Era Gamer. Yo, Project Pi. It's great. Yo, what's up? How you doing, bro? Good to see you. Again, guys, we are live streamed on X and YouTube. You can always rewatch it, but we will have an alpha debrief for you guys, so there is no need to worry. We'll also have links to a lot of the marketing stuff that was happening in Uganda, so you guys can get a read for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, this one did. Quick question, Van. This is being streamed on the Project Pi Labs.
Yeah, the Project Pi Labs YouTube channel, and then the Liquid Agent X channel account.
Okay, perfect.
Mhm.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, man. Like, as you can see, I'm drinking this espresso, trying to keep myself up.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, my wife got me this. I had actually drank that last night when I was working on the soon pay coursework. Yeah, there's a lot. So basically, again, to update you guys, so we to verify to make sure that it's actually a Makerere University student in order to go into the blockchain course. I mean, again, it's all public. It's blockchain.soonpayapp.io. When you click launch, you have to be a student in order to access that. So I was up all yesterday and this morning getting that good to go. Sent it to the students. There were some bugs. We fixed it. So now, in order to access it, you need to have a Makerere student ID. Verify that, and then to double verification. Currently, right now, it's just being pushed to our emails to make sure it works. But once the faculty reads my email or messages, it'll be pushed to them to verify that this student is. It's an edge case. Like, for example, Chris and I graduated from Georgetown University. Sometimes even after you graduate, you still have access to your email, but they're no longer students or alumni. So we want to make sure it's current students today to do that. And if you're not a student, that's fine. You can still access it, but you have to pay for it. So that's what I've been working on right now. And again, it's going to be education about, different modules, different courses, and a capstone to do a project. And then I'm thinking that could be a hackathon number 2. Where the capstone project is building something with Liquid Agent.
Yeah, maybe. Again, that kind of goes back to making the first version of the application open source, like the front end and everything. So maybe you could do something like that. Man, see, now you got me thinking of ideas. I really do want to build out that.
Let's do it. Yeah, I mean, we can give them access to that. They can just integrate and build on top of the open source site.
Yeah. No, I was thinking about that prediction market. Actually, like, that's sick as hell, because unfortunately, everyone's like more into like the gambling DJ. I'm no DJing, man, but I see it. Like, I see that's how you get more people to get involved and see, like, you have to have that speculation piece. I do get that too. Being in this space, I think it's very interesting, like the dynamics of like a crypto and building utility. You can have basically the most utility ever, but if you don't have that like degen speculation piece to it, then people ain't gonna really pay attention to it. So maybe it's something to consider. Maybe that might not be inside of the SoonPay piece, but maybe that could be in Liquid Agent app. Who knows? Let's see. You want to take the next one, Van?
Another question?
Yeah.
Telegram. Let's see.
Boonance. You said
because a couple of weeks ago there was a community discussion for a community manager how to practice that would be awesome. See if they could come alive the community. Yeah. Again, all that's coming, guys. Again, we've communicated with you guys that hey, we're going to be going out to Uganda. I actually just messaged him on LinkedIn, and we're back now. We're settled in. Still a little jet lag, but again, that's no excuse. We're still building. All of that will be coming. Binance, thank you for that question. Everything we said that's going to be coming is going to come. It may not come in the way that we would like to happen or like on time, but it's going to happen. I will promise you that. But yeah, all that's coming. You'll see more mods, more people being more active on the Telegram chat, and yeah, it's going to be beautiful. Go ahead.
No, I was reading the one before that. He says, who's running the show now? Is it just you two chats? I noticed most admins are no longer active here. Yeah, it's just us two Chads. And that's not, we understand, like, we can't do it all. We do understand that. So that's the reason why, funny enough, I literally before the stream, I told Van, like, you know, uh,
We got to hit up. We don't want to doction him. We got to hit up the chick to do the
yeah,
market. So
yeah. So literally our goal is by this weekend, we're going to do some initial talking and whatnot to like see if we can like really get some stuff going. Because yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, it's been Van and I. Liquid Agent is our baby. Liquid is an extension, is our baby. And so with that being said, yeah, that's why I'm stubborn, because I'm not, I want to see Liquid do very well. But so if you notice too, I'm sure you all have noticed on Twitter or X, I don't have Liquid on my bio. I know someone asked about that, like, oh, add it, add it. I don't do that because I'm not really too focused merely on like the token per se. I try to add more of the utility around it. Like Brian Armstrong and Brad Garlinghouse. I don't think I mean, they talk about XRP and base, respectively, but I don't think they have their tokens on their bio. And so with that being said, it's like I wouldn't want it to be that way too. But don't get me wrong, like, don't get it twisted. I am like, after a certain, I think I told Van, like, Liquid goes to, let's say, 50 cents or something higher than that, I'll tat Liquid Agent on me. Yeah, I'm gonna get a tattoo.
someone clip that. Someone clip that.
I'm gonna get a tattoo, Liquid Agent. I love, even since the beginning of coming up with the concept and actually making all this happen. I I I see this as something that can be very big. And regardless of the ups and downs of the markets and stuff, Van and I, we continue to keep going and keep cooking. So but yeah, kind of wrapping it back around, this weekend we're going to be in discussion with a few individuals to basically assist us with helping us with marketing and such. So yeah.
Let's see. There's a couple. Okay, that was good. Big things to come while the space. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, guys. It's been a little bit over an hour. If any more questions do come through, I'll answer on this stream while I'm talking. If not, Chris and I will get to the questions when we can, because the second this stream ends, we are back to cooking. Excited to see what's to come here before Q4 ends. Onboarding more admins, marketers, developers, and just more communications up front. Again, thank you guys for joining the spaces, being part of the Liquid community, and just seeing our grand vision that we've set off to do when Chris and I were first at the Atlanta Tech Week on stage, to going to New Orleans, to going to Africa, back to here, and just spreading the gospel of the importance of blockchain technology, SoonPay, Liquid, and being a producer. Alrighty, guys. Well, you guys have a rest of your morning, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for joining the stream, and we will catch you next time.